Welcome back then, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at Silverstone for round 8 of the Wednesday and Sunday Formula 1 League here at Motive Racing in collaboration with the F1 2021 community, hosted by Viper and Philby on the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 platform. As you may recognise, my name is Andy, and I'm here to take you through the action here in a very wet Silverstone. It's looking like pretty tricky conditions out there at the moment, so I definitely we're in for a treat if it stays like this. Currently, it's Bennett LCFC setting the pace, but looks very, very difficult indeed for the drivers out there tonight, as Bennett LCFC leads the session by 0.4 of a second at the moment ahead of RaKiMaJe. RaKiMaJe is one of the only drivers out on the track aside from Viper. Everybody else sat in the pits at the moment, so it looks like the conditions not really improving. But let's see what RaKiMaJe can do here as he's coming out of club corner to complete the current lap that he's on. Let's see what sort of lap he does here as he comes over the line. He improves a little bit. He goes a little bit quicker there. He's got within 0.3 of a second of Bennett LCFC at the moment, but not able to put it on a provisional pole for the time being. So RaKiMaJe and Viper, the only drivers out on the track at the moment. Viper also one of the admins of the league, as is RaKiMaJe, but Viper and Phil being the two founders, I think, of the community. Viper's just slowing down a little bit. He's coming down towards Stowe corner, so he's clearly not had the lap that he would be hoping for, and he's backed out of it for the time being. But Bennett in the pit, RaKiMaJe out there on the track. Philby's just started has he started a flying lap, or is he coming to the end of one? No, he has just started a flying lap. He's coming into Village at the moment. Gino LeBron in the pits. We've got Horatio currently out there on a lap at the moment. Raced with us on Friday night for the Motive Racing F1 League, and it's good to have him on the track as usual for the Wednesday and Sunday F1 League, as he's coming into Luffield at the moment. It's Horatio put in a good show on Friday night, so he'll be looking to do the same here at Silverstone for this race. Get the lap data up, as we always tend to mess about and don't get it up. And it is up. Okay, cool. All right. So one explanation as to why Bennett LCFC might be going so quickly in this session is because he's actually done that fastest time on the inters. It's a brave decision. You can scrub a lot of time off on the inters if you can get them to work, but if you can't get them up to temperature, then it's you might as well just go with the wets. It's a much safer option. But Bennett LCFC currently doing a great job right now on those intermediate tyres. He's still on those inters. It looks like he is. So he's expecting that he can still go quicker in this session. Rain's still falling, but I think that the rain may be, the standing water may be being shedded at a faster rate than the rain is coming down. So ultimately we are actually drying up a little bit here, despite the fact that we have got a little bit of spitting rain just in the vicinity of the track. But Bennett LCFC is coming out of Chapel Curve onto the hangar straight for the time being. Let's keep an eye on him on his next lap. We've got RaKiMaJe in the pits. Element currently on his out lap at the moment. Philby on his flying lap, and he can't improve on that lap, but he's not too far off. So not too bad of a first lap on those tyres for Philby on the wets by the looks of it as well. So opting for the safe option as opposed to Bennett LCFC. Gino LeBron in P5. We've got Horatio 6th. Andrew Pittsmith in 7th place at the moment in McLaren, doing a great job right now. He's coming through the middle sector at the moment. We've got Setzman coming to... Oh no, Setzman's lost it. Setzman spins it onto the grass, and that will be a yellow flag coming through the first sector there, as we just see a Haas car moving through. Element making his return to the track tonight. Good to see. Been away for a couple of races, so he's doing a good job at the moment. Currently in 3rd place. Also regularly pops into the streams. Oh no! Somebody's lost it in the foreground there. As Element stays P3 time being, doesn't improve on his personal best on that particular lap that he's just done. But yeah, welcome back to Element. We've got 20 cars on the grid tonight, so we are in for an absolute treat here. Should be an exciting race, to say the least. We've got Horatio coming towards the back end of his lap now. He's 10th down on his personal best in the middle sector. What has he got to offer coming into these final few corners? He's coming into the pits, so he's not got a whole lot to offer in the last part of that lap there, and it looks like Horatio's done on that lap. Whilst we're here, guys, I want to say a big thank you to everybody watching the stream. If you like what you see, then be sure to drop a like on the video, as it really does help us out an enormous amount. If you want to get involved in the action, then be sure to go to motiveracing.com or go to the link in the description in which you can actually join the F1 community or you can join Motive Racing as well. Both of those links, the Discord link is to the F1 community by Viper and Philby, and the other one is the link to Motive Racing, which is obviously the channel that's broadcasting it. We also run our own leagues as well. So Bennett LCFC's just improved his provisional pole time to 1 minute 38.5. That is pretty scorching stuff there from Bennett, in continuing to find grip on those intermediate tyres where nobody else can. RaKiMaJe is coming down towards Stowe Corner now. He's on his outlap, so he's not going to improve this time around. Elements still in third place at the moment in the Haas car. Philby, Gino and Horatio are also in the pits, so they're just making some adjustments, maybe just putting some inters on, chancing it. Yeah, Philby has put the intermediate tyres on, so he will get a couple more runs here in this session before we conclude. Andrew Smith is backing off, coming down the hangar straight. Looks like he's letting a few drivers pass a little bit on the racing line there. I'm not going to thank him for that, but Setzman's coming down the Wellington straight. We got Polish My Balls on his outlap. Iron Wolf is just coming out of the loop onto the Wellington straight. We've got Jacko halfway down the Wellington straight. King of 69 coming out of the pits, as is Aidan Black. San currently sat in 14th place, has done a lap on the intermediate tyres, not on the pace of Bennett LCFC so far though, as he comes down towards Stowe. We've got Viper coming in towards the final couple of corners now. It's the left, right of Vale, and then the final right-hander of Club Corner to complete the lap. What is Viper going to do as he comes out onto the start-finish straight now? Then McLaren comes over the line, and it's not an improvement, stays in P15 for the time being. Cart's out there in 16th place at the moment, coming down towards Stowe. We've got Mr. Exotic in the pits, so also in the pits, so those two not going to improve. Paul Codd and Mark Bowe both out of the session in the early stages of this one. Let's right with RaKiMaJe though, because he's 2/10 up on his personal best coming through the first sector, or middle sector should I say. No, it was the first sector. He's 2/10 up now in the middle sector. I don't know if RaKiMaJe can find about half a second here. He might be able to give Bennett a little bit of bother at the top of that leaderboard. He is on the wets, is RaKiMaJe, so he needs to really eke the time out, because the wets obviously are a bit slower than the inters, but having said that, you need to get those inters up to temperature if you are to have any chance with them. But RaKiMaJe comes over the line and improves his lap time, but not by enough to go on pole, as we just see an Alpine there losing it coming out of the final corner. Must be Jacko. As RaKiMaJe gets a little bit loose there onto the runoff, and that will have put an nail in his chances of improving on that lap. Jacko's out of the session. I didn't see what happened there to Jacko, but he's out. He's obviously crashed it somewhere, and he will take no further part in this one. We've got Setzman coming into Luffield at the moment. Polish My Balls back in right off, trying to get some track position if he can. King of 69 and Aidan Black are on their outlaps, so they should get another bite of the cherry before we get to the end of this session. Viper's coming in towards Vale now. Let's see if Viper will be able to put it up into the top 10 here. Out of the final corner he comes towards the line. I don't think it's... he goes up into P13, so he goes up 2 positions, but he's still about 4/10 off of a top 10 spot, so he's got work to do here in this qualifying session. So 17 runners in this qualifying session. Jacko, Paul Codd and Bart Bell all fallen by the wayside over the course of this one. But for the time being, Bennett LCFC, still your man, sat on provisional pole position. RaKiMaJe though has been putting in some good laps over the course of this session. He's put the wets on now. Well, no, sorry, he's always been on the wets, but Bennett has put the wets on. So Bennett may be feeling that the inters are not giving him as much potential as he could have, which is interesting because he's had provisional pole for the entirety of this session. It has been going progressively quicker over the course of it, so he... a bit of a strange one, but he maybe feels that he still hasn't hit that ceiling over the course of this session. But RaKiMaJe is a little bit down on his personal best coming through the middle sector, so he will go one more run here. This won't be his fastest lap of the session, but he's coming around to do one more lap here in this one. Iron Wolf up into P2. Great lap there from Iron Wolf. Pushes RaKiMaJe down a position, only 2/10 off of Bennett. So that is lovely stuff there from Iron Wolf, and could maybe be giving Bennett a bit of a headache towards the end of this session. Philby in third. He goes 3/10 off of Bennett's fastest time here in this session. So Philby's currently setting the timing border light there in the Alpha Tower. Time is up, so this is it. Drivers can finish the lap they're on, but then after that it will be checkered flag out and everyone in the pits, park firme, Grid order will be set for the race. Element in the pits. He's not going to improve. P5 at best for him in this session. Horatio's out there at the moment in 6th. He's half a second down though in his middle sector checkpoint. Gino LeBron is half a second up though in the middle sector. So let's watch Gino LeBron. Is he coming through the final few corners now? Can he get himself on the front 2 rows? Goes really wide there coming out of that corner, but he does go up into P5. Only 6 tenths off of the fastest time set by Bennett. So Gino LeBron managing to get a couple of positions there right at the death of the session. We've got Horatio coming down towards Stowe now in the Red Bull. He's currently 1.2 seconds off for the fastest time, being set by Bennett LCFC. What has Horatio got in the final few corners? Also, Iron Wolf is out there at the moment coming through Cop's corner. You've got Philby coming through Maggots and Beckett. RaKiMaJe has got Club to go, and here Stowe to go. But Horatio will be the next over the line. 2 tenths down on his middle sector. Here he comes over the line. What is it for Horatio? He can't improve, stays in at P7. RaKiMaJe is 2 tenths down on his middle sector. He needs to have an absolute stormer of a final sector if he wants to improve anywhere. And he comes over the line, cannot do so. What about Iron Wolf or Philby? Philby has got a few corners left to go here. Coming out of Club, he's got just the start finish straight to go. And here he comes over the line. Philby doesn't improve, stays in 3rd. Iron Wolf is coming into the pits, so Iron Wolf isn't going to improve either. So I think that is going to be that then. That's going to be all she wrote for qualifying. Bennett LCFC doing a spectacular job there. I think he did that fastest lap on the Inters. I know he's since switched to the wets, but I'm pretty sure he did that fastest lap on the intermediate tyres. He will start ahead of Iron Wolf on the front row of the grid for the British Grand Prix here for the Wednesday and Sunday Formula 1 League. Philby in 3rd with RaKiMaJe 4th. Gino LeBron will line up in P5 behind them with Andrew Pittsmith doing a great job in qualifying here. Absolutely brilliant stuff there from the man in the McLaren. We've got Element in 7th. Horatio 8th place. Not the qualifying that he would have been hoping for sure. Setzman 9th. Stan 10th. Polish My Balls doing a good job there in 11th place. Nice to see. Viper will start behind Jacko. Jacko crashed out of the session and managed to get P12. Anyway, Viper 13th. King of 69 in 14th place. Hayden Black 15th with Karts 16th. Mr. Exotic will start us in 17th place. Paulcott 18th, Sophie 19th, and Mark Bow will round out the 20th car field for the British Grand Prix in the Wednesday and Sunday Formula 1 League here. Collaboration between Motive Racing and the F1 2021 community hosted by Viper and Philby. We'll be back very shortly, guys, for the race. Stick around, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a moment. Continuing to lead, and just Jose having little looks everywhere, still not able to get around him. What an unbelievable defensive masterclass this is from Unorthodox. Pit window we reckon is open, so the game reckons that these guys need to make one more pit stop for a fresh set of inters. As we see just Jose having a little to the inside. Dan tries to close the door, squeezes up against the pit wall. It goes late on the brakes this Dan. Somehow he's going to hold on to that position. Wow, unbelievable racing that was from Unorthodox. Just Jose had the inside line. Dan went so late on the brakes and managed to hold it down on the outside, and just Jose wasn't able to cling onto the position. That is incredible racing there from Unorthodox. Really got his elbows massively there in that little battle, but just Jose still not able to get ahead of Dan. But is he going to be able to do it now? He's going to have the outside. Dan's going to try and throw one back up the inside. Is he is? Oh, look at that. He's gone deep into the corner though. And I think just Jose's got to have that move done. He has. Just Jose swoops round into the lead of the Russian Grand Prix here at Motive Racing. Dan can fight it no more. He put up a valiant effort. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen, we're moments away from lights out here. We're about to go racing here at Silverstone. Dry race for this one. And it's lights out and away we go. Good start from pole position from Bennett. And we've got somebody off in the background already. Paul Codd and Polish My Balls having a bit of a moment there. Bennett leads coming up through Abbey in towards Village. And Philby's into 2nd place. Good start there from Philby. Gets ahead of RaKiMaJe. Gino LeBron in 4th place. Andrew Pittsmith there in 5th. Element there is trying to get around Andrew Pittsmith, but can't get it done coming in towards Aintree in the loop, and a bit wide there from Iron Wolf all over the artificial grass there on the exit of the curb. And Setzman's up the inside for the Wellington straight. They're going to be side by side down this part of the track. Bennett still leads ahead of Philby, 4 tenths between those two. RaKiMaJe, Gino LeBron, Andrew Pittsmith there still in the back of these guys in 5th place. Battle for 3rd, currently heating up into Luffield as Element looking up the inside of Andrew Pittsmith, trying to capitalise on Andrew, going a little bit wide there coming through Luffield, but we're coming through Woodcote corner for the first time, and it's Bennett leading the race. He's pulled out a second already to Philby. Tree Monkey Page. There's Gino. Andrew Pitts. Look at the pack, all very tightly bunched at the moment. King 69 trying to get this move done on Setzman. In black there is trying to defend from Soph. Good start from Soph up into 12th place already. Great first lap from her. As we can see, Karts looking for the inside of Jacko, coming up towards Maggots, side by side, and Karts has got up into 13th place. We've got a retirement from the race. Santa's already crashed out of this one. Are we going to have a safety car? We're not. We're going to have a VSC for this one. But Bennett just ahead of Philby at the moment. A lot of drivers home race here for this one, as we can see. Tree Monkey Page, Gino, and Andrew Pitts pretty close. Element all over the back of Andrew. But VSC for the time being, so the pack's going to just settle down for a little bit. But a hectic first lap there. Few position changes. San out of the race already, so he'll be upset with that one. Horatio having an absolute horror story of a first lap. Down to 19th place there. Viper would have rather that he had a better lap there. 18th after the first lap for him. Polish My Balls looked like he got caught up at the start. I don't know what happened there at the beginning. He had a decent qualifying as well, so it's a shame really. Paul Codd's picked up a drive-through for speeding under the virtual safety car. Soph though, really great start from it. Oh no! Oh, commentator's curse. I'm so sorry, Soph. It's just had a bit of a moment there, but oh, what's going on here? What's happened? Well, Iron Wolf has just dropped back down to 11th now. So I'm not 100% what's gone on there. Aiden Black up the inside of Karts into 9th place, side by side, coming through Brooklands and Luffield, and oh no! Oh, Aiden Black wide, but Karts spins round. And Soph's going to move up into the final points paying position there. Iron Wolf has got ahead of Paul Codd and Karts, but Karts off onto the gravel there. No! Oh, it's gone from bad to worse. Horatio and Polish My Balls up in position each. Karts dropping down the order as we speak. Gino on the back of True Monkey Page in the battle for 3rd place. He's trying to get his move done coming up through Chapel onto the Hangar Straight. Karts has retired from the race. He's out of this one. So unfortunate there for Karts. Another VSC as we're coming into Stowe corner. Gino fends off Tree Monkey Page. Andrew Pitts with their Element with King X69. Haas in the back of him. Can't get it done due to the VSC. Mark Both, Sophie in 9th place. Aiden Black on the back of her in 10th place at the moment. We've got Iron Wolf down 11th place. Not the opening couple of laps he would have been hoping for there. Paul Codd has got a penalty, obviously, we saw for speeding under the VSC. He's on the back of Iron Wolf. His Iron Wolf pits and makes the most of the VSC. Setzman staying out for the time being. Horatio doing the same. Polish My Balls is electing to pull the trigger and come into the pits. So he's going to get that pit stop done and out of the way. Now let's pull up the tyres and see what strategies people are on here for this race. So it looks like the entire field, barring Mark Bow, Sophie, Iron Wolf, Polish My Balls and Viper, are all on the soft. So those 5 that I mentioned though are on the hard tyres, so they can go long into this stint. Tyre wear at Silverstone is pretty high, especially on the rear left. The rear left tyres really do take the brunt of it because all the fast corners are to the left. You've obviously got Abbey flat out right-hander, or takes the left rear takes a lot of pressure. Likewise, Cops corner as well. Luffield takes bears quite a bit of the brunt. You've got Maggots, Chapel, all of these corners. So that part of the car really does tend to scream out in pain over the course of a race. So we'll have to watch out for that as it develops. But right now, Bennett leads the race by just over a second to Philby. Gino LeBron in 3rd place at the moment, just 2.5 seconds off of the lead. We've got True Monkey Page still Haas in the back of Gino LeBron. He's going to have DRS here in towards Stowe corner. True Monkey Page up the inside, but Gino closes the door. No way through for True Monkey Page at the moment. I thought he was going to have that one done there, but didn't quite do it. As King 69's got Mark Bow looking to slide it through Stowe corner. And place. Is he going to be able to try and get the move done in towards Vale? Has a look. Oh, he's going to throw out the inside there of Mark Bow. Very unsighted. Mark Bow wasn't expecting that one, and he does fend him off though. I thought Element had that done, but Mark Bow fends him off really nicely. As Sophie cuts to the inside of Vale there. Aiden Black still on the back of her in 10th place. We've got Setzman's up in 11th place ahead of Paul Codd. But Paul Codd, is he coming back? No, he's in the pits. That's why he's showing up as overtaking him there briefly. But Jacko there in 14th place, not having the race he would have wanted here. Iron Wolf down in P15 after a good qualifying. The race has not gone the way he would have wanted it to. Mr. Exotic running just behind him. Iron Wolf coming into the pits again for another pit stop. Not what he would have been envisaging the race and how it would have gone for him, but still plenty of time in this one. Is he going to try and go to the end on a set of hard tyres from here? We'll have to see. Iron Wolf is coming in once again though. Viper 16th. Polish My Balls has just got ahead of Iron Wolf into 17th place now. But lots of action going on throughout the field. RaKiMaJe still on the back of Gino LeBron. Also, Mark both got ahead of King 69 up into 5th place. Oh, King 69 though. Give him a little bit of a tap in the rear there. And, oh dear. Well, King of 69 there moving ahead of Mark Bow up into 7th place. Elements clear away from these two now as we're side by side down the Hangar Straight. And I think Elements just going to get away from these guys here. Mark Bow down the inside of King of 69 into Stowe corner, and the Aston Martin getting ahead of the Alpha Tauri up into 7th place. So still on the back of Aiden Black there, 0.4 of a second separating these two as they're coming down towards Vale. Gino LeBron with the fastest lap of the race, trying to respond to the pressure that RaKiMaJe is putting him under at the moment. Soph into the pits for a fresh set of boots by the looks of it. King of 69, no sorry, not Soph. King of 69's in the pits for a fresh set of boots. But Gino's still sat in third even, just in front of RaKiMaJe. These two lapping quicker than Bennett and Philby at the front. So it's going to be interesting now to see whether or not these two can take the fight to the top two. It's going to be a fascinating fight for the win here. I reckon there's 4 drivers in with a shout of this race win at this point, and it's the 4 main contenders that we've seen pretty much over the course of a couple of weeks. Bennett LCFC has taken the last 2 wins here for the Wednesday and Sunday F1 League. He took the win in spectacular fashion from the back of the grid at the Red Bull Ring on Wednesday night. Also on last Sunday he won at France from I think 10th on the grid. So this man is pretty good when he's at the back of the grid, but when he's at the front, is it going to be too easy for him? We'll have to see. At the moment he's had a good showing out the front, and now Philby's got pressure here from Gino. Gino's going to try and get this done if he can. He's looking to the outside in towards Stowe. He cuts back towards the inside now, tries to throw a dummy, tries to do what Mansell did to PK all those years, but has to tuck in for the time being. Gino's not going to be able to get that done. Into Vale they come. Gino's still trying to force Philby into a mistake, but at the moment Philby's not taking the bait. He's holding firm and keep resolute. RaKiMaJe enough of these two a little bit down in 4th at the moment. They're in 7th, just behind Mark at this point. 7/10 between these two as they're coming out of club corner now to complete their step of the race. So has managed to gap Setzman a little bit. She's lost out to Aiden Black though, and Horatio is now on the back of Setzman here. That'll fall the final points playing position. As Polish My Balls has dropped off of Viper a little bit. Viper's got that move done and is now well clear of him. But Philby here still trying to keep Gino at bay. How much longer is he going to be able to keep him behind him? Setzman also now onto the back of Soph as they're coming through Aintree in the loop, and he's going to get DRS here, but he won't need it, I don't think, because Sophie's got a little bit out of shape coming out onto the Wellington Straight, and round the outside Setzman goes up into 9th place. Got the move done off the track there, but I'd say that's all fair in love and war. I suppose it's not really going to be too much of an issue, seeing as Sophie did get a little bit out of shape the corner before, so he kind of had to take evasive action there, so fair play. I suppose you can give him that one. Horatio will get the run on Soph coming down the old start-finish straight up towards Cops Corner. Is he going to be able to try and get the run coming through Cops in towards Maggots? You can get a nice advantage if you get a good run. Oh no, Soph's lost it. Is she out of the race? She's got to be out of the race. That's got to be terminal damage. I will be very surprised if she's able to carry on. She is able to carry on, but she's without a front wing there. So very lucky. I thought that was going to be game over there for Sophie, but she's continuing on for the time being. We got Polish My Balls in 17th place, just behind Viper at the moment, 16th place and 17th at the moment. Polish My Balls is trying to get back onto Viper if he can, and get himself up into 16th place if possible. At the moment, still Bennett leads the race. 2.5 seconds he's got over Gino LeBron. At this point, RaKiMaJe has managed to get ahead of Philby. Philby's lost out 2 positions here, so not what Philby would have been hoping for here, but he's still on the back of RaKiMaJe at the moment. But Gino LeBron though is now the man next in line to Bennett LCFC. He's next in the line of succession here to the leader, but Bennett LCFC looking like he's threatening to break away here at the front, as we've seen him do a few times over the course of this season so far. Bennett is when he's on his A game, when he gets into a rhythm, it's very, very hard to beat, and right now we are seeing that for sure. Gino was RaKiMaJe still trying to defend from Philby. Philby though is going to get a lovely run coming out of Cops. He's going to pull out to the right hand side now, left hand side of the screen there. The Alpha Tower is going to try and get a move done, but the Ferrari at the moment just fending him off and holding that line, not allowing any gaps to form on that outside. And RaKiMaJe for the time being clinging onto that position. Philby will get another bite of DRS here coming down towards Stowe Corner. He's going to have a little look to the inside, I think. He's going to get this done. It's Philby. He's going to have a look. There we go. Nice on the inside. Oh, Tree Monkey Page using the cars, but it's on the inside, but Philby brilliantly muscles his way through up into third place. Is Tree Monkey Page going to come back? And he is all out of the race, going into Vale. Oh, I thought he was going to commit himself down the inside there. He didn't. Philby well and truly up into third place now and can set his sights on Gino up in second place, having lost a couple of positions a couple of laps ago. Did Philby. It's now going to be a bit of a recovery for him. But Aiden Black's still running in ninth place. He's having a look to the inside of Setzman. Oh, cuts the inside of Vale a little bit. Is Setzman still there? Yes, he is. Setzman's going to have the inside for Club and should be able to hold on to that for now. But now they've got really close on the back of him here at the moment. And Aiden Black having to defend from Horatio coming in towards and for the time being is going to hold on to that one. But living dangerously at the moment, these three, they're really going at it in this battle for 8th place. And Aiden Black now closing back up onto Setzman as they're coming out of the loop onto the Wellington Straight. He's not going to be close enough to get the move done here. He'll have DRS, but he's nowhere near close enough. And coming up towards Brooklands, in fact, he's nowhere near of these two, Setzman and Aiden Black, over the course of this lap so far. Mr. Exotic running just behind King of 69. These two separated by a tenth of a second, as it looks like Mr. Exotic still can't get it done on King of 69. Viper's closed up onto these now in this battle for this 13th place here in this race. Polish My Balls also not too far off of this battle, so this is now turning into a bit of a 4-car battle here for 13th as King of 69 fending these guys off at the moment. Now Viper's got the run here on Mr. Exotic side by side down the Wellington Straight in towards Brooklands. Viper's going to pick him off there and move up into 14th place. Route there from Viper up in position. Mr. Polish My Balls watching this all unfold in front of him. But King of 69's allowed to just break away a little bit from these two since Viper made that move on Mr. Exotic as we come down the old pit strip. And Viper now very much into 14th place there. Mr. Exotic just a half a second ahead of Polish My Balls at the moment. Bennett still leads this race, but Gino LeBron is closing that gap here. 2 seconds now separating the two leaders at the moment. Tree Monkey Page still running in that final podium spot. Philby in 4th is 3 tenths behind Tree Monkey Page, but these two have dropped off for the two leaders a little bit. So LeBron looks like, for all intents and purposes, he is the fastest man out on track at the moment and could be bringing this fight to Bennett LCFC, which is what we want to see. We want to see battles, we want to see racing, we want to see action here on the Motive Racing YouTube channel. And right now, Gino LeBron's bringing it to Bennett, but Tree Monkey Page and Philby still battling it out for 3rd place at the moment. 3 tenths between these two, coming up towards Maggots and Beckett's for the time being. Philby not close enough to get anything done here on Tree Monkey Page, and he's going to hold him off for the time being. Aiden Black within 6 tenths of Horatio, still putting him under immense pressure here in this battle for P9 as they're coming up towards Cops. He's too far back at the moment though to get anything done. King of 69 within 2 tenths of a second of Viper at the moment. In fact, he's dropped off a little bit coming out of the loop onto the Wellington Straight. Polish My Balls has fallen out of DRS range to King of 69. Mr. Exotic likewise falling off of these guys a little bit now. Soph down in 17th place after a strong first lap. It's kind of all gone wrong for her a little bit. Iron Wolf running in 18th place, qualified up high in the qualifying session, but just hasn't had the race, has he? It's been so unfortunate for him since we got going for this one. But Philby's still really putting the pressure on Tree Monkey Page as we see Element coming into the pits. So he's making that pit stop. He's done as many laps as those soft tyres are going to give him, and that Haskell is going to come in for a new pair of shoes. Mark Bowe still running in 6th at the moment, 6 seconds behind Andrew Pittsmith. Andrew Pittsmith's a little way off of this battle here between Tree Monkey Page and Philby, but Philby still can't get it done on Tree Monkey Page. He's been just staying in striking distance for a few laps now. He's been on the cusp of being close enough in the DRS zone. He's had DRS each lap, but it's just not been close enough to utilise that DRS to make it work. But is he going to be close enough this time around? Tree Monkey Page has got the gap around 7 tenths of a second. If Philby can get a good run coming through Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel, he might set himself up nicely for the Hanger Straight, but he needs to get a good exit here, and he's not got it at all, has he? This is the thing. I think that he's struggling through the high speed corners. So the corners where you're setting yourself up for the straight, he's setting DRS, but he's just not close enough. He's picking up that toe, he's getting the DRS, he's massively closing in, but it's just too little too late by the end of the straight. And Philby's now coming into the pits, presumably trying to get the undercut here on Tree Monkey Page. Bennett still leads the race ahead of Gino LeBron. Tree Monkey Page running in P3. Philby's gone for the undercut. He's going to try and get ahead of these guys through the pit stops if he possibly can. I imagine he'll be putting on a set of medium tyres and going to try and go to the end from here. if possible, or is he going to put the hards on and play it safe? No, he's going to put the mediums on. So Philby should be able to get to the end from here. But I mean, it's unlikely that he won't get them to the end. I'd say the hards would be the guaranteed option, but the mediums are pretty safe, I would say. As we see Setzman also coming into the pits as well to take off those soft tyres, which he has been wearing since the opening lap of this race. So Gino now within a second and a half off Bennett and continuing to consistently reel that gap down. He's been nipping away at that margin, and now looks like he can see Bennett very much within his sights here. Goes a little bit wide there coming out of Cop's corner, but Bennett LCFC has led this race since the get-go. He's been pretty lonely out the front for him, I've got to say. He looks like he's just been doing the business. He's been plugging away, continuing to put the laps in, but Gino LeBron is quicker at this stage in the race, and Gino could now be in a prime position to take this fight to Bennett LCFC. Managed to get ahead of RaKiMaJe and Philby. Gino LeBron did have to fight a little bit in this one, but since he got ahead of those two, he has had the pace. He's coming into the pits now, but Bennett's also going in as well. So the two leaders coming into the pits. Philby pitted a lap ago. RaKiMaJe is coming into the pits as well. Yeah, I think they're all going to be coming in at the end of this lap. They've all done 10, 11 laps on those soft tyres, so they're definitely going to be past their sell-by date now. As Mark Bowe on those hards will be staying out a little bit longer. In fact, you've got to take your hat off to Mark Bowe, because racing on those hard tyres, that's no mean feat. Being within 10 seconds of the leader after 12 laps, I have to say, Mark Bowe could be a dark horse in this one. He's fallen under my radar a little bit due to the fact that he's on the hards and he was off the pace of those leaders. But with that considered, I honestly think that Mark Bowe could be a contender for this race. When he started those races on those hard tyres that he's on now, I reckon he could probably go to about lap 20, maybe on lap 18, 19, 20, something like that. Put a set of the softs on to finish the race. Mark Bowe could be on to a winner here in that Aston Martin. I haven't seen Mark Bowe win a race for this Wednesday and Sunday F1 League before. Could this be the night where he takes home the plaudits and ultimately comes of age here? So Silverstone, is, as I said, is the home race for a lot of these drivers. I don't know if it's Mark Bowe's home race, but right now he seems to be rising to the occasion here at Silverstone. But Bennett's still running in second place at the moment. Oh, Horatio is side by side here with Gino. He's still holding on now. Horatio will be holding Gino up something rotten here, because Gino knows that Horatio has still yet to come into the pits and get those soft tyres off of the car. They're going to be pretty worn out by this point as well, so Horatio's going to need to bring those in probably at the end of this lap. But Gino's going to get DRS here down the hanger straight and will look to clear Horatio as quickly as possibly can. Looks to the outside. Horatio does defend it, which is surprising. They're on different strategies. I would have thought he would let him go, but he has eventually let him go, and Horatio backs out of it. Gino LeBron up into third place rather routinely as Horatio pits. So Mark Bowe, your lead at 8.5 seconds. He's got out the front here in this race. Doesn't will need to pit again. Bennett LCFC doesn't need to pit, but the gap 8 seconds, as we say. You lose about 15 seconds, I think it is, in the pits. 15 seconds. You get to cut the entire last part of the track, similar to what we saw at Paul Ricard last Sunday. So yeah, with the whole pit stops, you don't lose a whole lot. Oh no, Mark Bowe's picked up a time penalty though. Oh no, that's unfortunate there for Mark. He's pushing as hard as he possibly can in his quest to try and take the win here, but he's overstepped the track limits a little bit. Don't know what, I think it's a 3-second penalty. I didn't actually catch what the exact time was on the screen, but it looked like a 3-second penalty to me. So Mark Bowe's got a reasonable gap back to Bennett LCFC. He's going to want to try and put the softs on as soon as he can, because the hards are a lot slower. They're more durable, but much slower. So he'll want to get off of those and put those red mark soft tyres on as quickly as he possibly can. But 13 laps in, I reckon if he longs it out another 3 laps, goes to the end of lap 16, he'll probably comfortably be able to go to the end on the softs. No, he's coming in. He's coming in. So Mark Bowe probably electing to put a set of mediums on, I'd imagine, from here. He'll have fresh tyres, but I think he's blowing his chance here, I'll be honest with you, because the main ace that he was going to have up his sleeve was that he would have fresh softs on, which gives him a pace advantage over Bennett. I don't know whether he's got the pace to live with Bennett here in this race, or Gino or Philby on equal tyres. I thought the ace up his sleeve was going to be being able to put those softs on and blitz it to the end of the race. But Mark Bowe's come into the pits now to put those mediums on, so that's maybe put his chances of this race win in doubt. I was definitely fancying him for this one, but that maybe isn't going to happen anymore as he exits the pits now, just ahead of a lapped car. So, Bennett LCFC reassumes the lead of the race then. He's got just over a second at the moment over Gino LeBron. These two have been pretty much tit for tat over the last few laps. Gino's been reeling that gap down ever so slightly since getting ahead of Philby and TrueMonkeyPage. One thing that's important to note as well is Philby has jumped TrueMonkeyPage over the course of the pit stop, so he's now into that final podium spot. Horatio still on the back of Aiden Black. These two separated by about half a second coming into Brooklands. We've also got Soph trying to put King of 69 under pressure here as they're coming in towards Village. And up through the Aintree and the loop they come. Is Soph going to try and put King of 69 under some pressure and maybe get DRS coming down the Wellington straight? She will have a good chance here. That rear wing will be wide open, but I think she lost a bit of time coming out of the loop, and she will lose out there and won't get the position as a result. Horatio still within 0.3 of a second of Aiden Black right now, and he's really trying his absolute damnedest here, trying to force Aiden into a mistake if he can. He'll have DRS coming down the hanger straight, and Aiden Black's weaving all over the place there, as now Horatio's going to have that toe, he's going to have that slipstream. He's looking to the inside, can't get it done, not quite in range. I reckon a couple of more 100 metres and he'd have had that move done, but Horatio for the time being tucks in behind Aiden Black and sticks in ninth place for the time being. Gino LeBron's now within 0.6 of a second of Bennett, so he's absolutely flying right now, and this is going to get very tense between these two leaders in these in the last sort of 10 laps of this race. But Bennett LCFC has led since the get-go and is currently doing what he has to do at the moment to win this race. Aiden and Horatio still going at it here for 8th place. Sophie has got ahead of King of 69, but she's cut the inside of Vale. Is King of 69 going to come back at her coming out of club corner? I think no. She's got that done up into 12th place. Nicely done. Gino within half a second of Bennett LCFC as they're coming up towards Stowe, but still not close enough to take the lead off the race. These two battling it out for the win here at the British Grand Prix for the Formula One Wednesday and Sunday League, but still cannot get around Bennett at the moment. Gino's been putting that pressure on, and he's done the fastest up of the race there as well as Gino, so he's really on it here in this one. Philby running in that final podium spot, consistent as ever. Philby always on the podium at pretty much every single race. He just plugs away, gets the results, gets the points in the bag. But Bennett LCFC currently looking like he might be on a hat-trick of wins here. Took the win last week at Paul Ricard for the French Grand Prix. Followed that up with a win on Wednesday night at Austria at the Red Bull Ring, and could be on to make it 3 from 3 here at Silverstone in the British Grand Prix. Bennett LCFC though has got Gino really pressuring him, and he's definitely going to have a contender in that Williams, but Gino still can't find a way around him at the moment. Coming down the old start-finish straight towards Cops Corner, Gino's going to want to get a good run out of here towards Maggots and Beckett. He might be in with a shout, but Bennett's going to defend that inside line. Up towards Maggots they come. Nowhere around for Gino at the moment. Here's going to be his big chance though, out of Chapel Curve. If he can get a good exit and get that DRS, get that toe down the hanger straight, he'll have a chance. And here we go. He's going to pull out to the outside now. Bennett's already defending that inside line, but Gino's going to go around the outside there and has got the move done before we even get to Stowe. And Gino LeBron now into the lead of the race. Great job there from Gino as they're coming up on some traffic here. That looks like that is Gino's teammate there in the Williams, so they're just coming around to put a lap on Mr. Exotic. Mr. Exotic hopefully will move out of the way and let these guys through. And look at that, he's holding Bennett a little bit there, but he's going to let him through coming in towards Abbey. But Bennett's now up into the lead of the race again. Oh, they're side by side. Bennett and Gino coming towards Village, and Bennett now back up into the lead of the race. Great racing from these two. Gino must be kicking himself there. Managed to get caught up a little bit behind his teammate, and Bennett LCFC now back into the lead of this race. What great racing these two are putting on as they're down the Wellington straight now. DRS wide open for Gino coming up towards Brooklands. He's not close enough at the moment, and Bennett's still for the time being, whether in that storm, but for how much longer is he going to be able to hold Gino at bay? I thought Gino had it done. I thought he had got the position, but so unlucky there and he just got a little bit out of shape coming through Abbey turn 1, and that lost him in the position once again. As I'm just noticing there that the timing board was doing a little dance, but I think that was a glitch. And it's now 0.3 of a second between these two. Gino still trying to get something done here with Bennett LCFC through Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel. They come. Once again, it's going to be an opportunity for Gino with DRS out of Chapel, but he's nowhere near as close as he was on the previous lap. He will still get DRS, but it's not going to be close enough. Coming up towards Stowe Corner, and Bennett LCFC can breathe a sigh of relief coming onto the brakes there, because Gino's not close enough coming into the corner, but Gino's got 9 laps to get this done, and I'll have to say, just through the laws of probability and all things being equal, I can't imagine that Gino's going to take more than 9 laps to get this done. He's really giving Bennett some here in this one as they're coming down the start-finish straight now. A little look to the inside in towards Abbey. Gino still can't get around him though. 0.2 between these two up towards Village once again. Gino looking right, left, trying to duck underneath if he can, but still not able to. And Bennett holding firm, not faltering under the pressure here of Gino LeBron. Really great stuff. Mark Bowes closed up onto the back of Andrew Pittsmith here in the battle for 5th place. 0.3 between these two. Is Mark Bowe going to try and make a move coming up towards Village? He's not close enough at the moment. Sticks in behind him for the time being. Viper's got Soph and Iron Wolf right behind him here, and coming in towards Maggots. Iron Wolf sticks in behind at the moment. Oh, Soph all over the grass there. That was close to tears, but she holds on for now. And Iron Wolf can't get anything done with either of these two at the moment. Viper though starting to pull out a little bit too, so coming down the hanger straight. Looks like he's got some really solid straight line speed in that McLaren. Soph Iron Wolf, as you were in that battle. Bennett though still just ahead of Gino LeBron coming out of Chapel Curve for the 18th time here in this race. A little bit of grass there from Bennett LCFC, and now Gino's within 0.3, and this could be hammer time here for Gino LeBron. Bennett's going to try and defend half-heartedly to the inside. He's now going to push him to the outside, and Gino's going to go around the outside of Stowe Corner. Is he going to be offline, or is he going to get it done? I think he is. He's still got a car. He's still got a wheel on the track there, and Gino LeBron's got at the inside for Vale Corner. Gino LeBron, he has got the move done, but Bennett's still there coming through Club Corner, side by side, and now Gino's going to try and chop him off, and is into the lead of the race once again. Brilliant driving from those two. Gino LeBron back up into the lead of the race. These two giving us a great show here on the Motive Racing YouTube channel. Drop a like and show your appreciation for these. They put on a great show out here tonight. Bennett's back up the inside, but Gino is going to fend him off coming into Aintree, and they're still side by side, but Gino once again now has got that lead done. Bennett though will get DRS coming down the Wellington Straight, and they will try and come back at him if he can. Here we go, up towards Brooklands we go. No, not close enough. Gino for now is going to hold on, and Gino looks like he's now finally got that move done for the lead. Bennett's looking to the inside, coming out of Luffield towards Woodcote we come. He's going to look to the inside. He's going to get a good run here. Is Bennett. They're still side by side now, and Bennett's back up into the lead of the race, coming up down the old start finish straight. Up the inside, Gino's round the outside of Cops Corner. Goes a little bit wide onto the runoff area, but Gino LeBron getting that move done up ahead of Bennett. These two are really giving it everything. They're leaving nothing out there on the track, and Gino might just have that move done now. Mark Bowe on the back of Andrew Pittsmith here. These two battling over 5th place, coming through Cops. 0.3 between these two, and now Mark Bowe gets a nice run coming out of Cops. But we've got a safety car here. Somebody's crashed out of the race. I think Element's out of the race. Oh no. Safety car deployed. Oh, 19 laps in and we have a safety car. That has just put the cat amongst the pigeons. So now that's going to bunch the whole pack up. Looking out for anybody who might be able to capitalise. Viper is one who could capitalise. He's on fresh softs, just happened to put them on. So he could be in a very good position here, could Viper. Could be jolly on the spot to pick the guys up in front of him. So now Viper will be sensing opportunity. Polish My Balls, Mr. Exotic and King of 69 all coming into the pits to get those pit stops done. And Bennett, Philby, Tree Monkey Page, Andrew Pittsmith all in as well. Where's Viper? Oh, he's nowhere near. He's not going to be able to make the most of having already done that pit stop. So Gino opting to stay out on these medium tyres. We've seen Gino do this many times before under safety cars. He'll stay on worn out tyres. He'll opt for track position over actual fresh tyres and grip. So we'll have to see whether or not that pays off for him. We're just going to take a very short breather. I'm going to grab a drink because I'm absolutely gasping for breath here, ladies and gentlemen. But drop a like on the video. Stay tuned. Do not go anywhere for these final 5 laps. I think it's going to be once the safety car's done. We're in for an absolute treat to the end of this one. Stay around. Stay tuned. Here we go then, guys. We're about to go racing here for the final 4 laps of the British Grand Prix here for the Wednesday and Sunday Formula 1 League between Motive Racing and Viper and Philby's F1 community. Here we go, about to go out of Club Corner, will come, and then Gino LeBron's going to get us underway. Here we go. We are racing for the final few laps here. Gino leads ahead of Bennett in second place, Philby third as they're coming through Abbey now. Philby's trying to hold off Mark Bowe. He's also on the back of Bennett. Bennett's coming under the cosh here a little bit, as now we can see that's Philby has got Mark Bowe up his inside. Mark Bowe gets tagged a little bit there by Horatio. Aiden Black there in 6th, just behind them. So RaKiMaJe is in 7th place there. He's made a few positions up on those soft tyres, but now Andrew Pittsmith gets ahead of him there as RaKiMaJe loses out a little bit, and Setzman's dropping back. Daniel, and Setzman gets tagged there by Owen Wolf, and he's round and he's down to the back there. Setzman losing out enormously in that little exchange. Gino LeBron leads ahead of Bennett LCFC. Philby in 3rd place right now. Mark Bowe's got ahead of a Ferrari there, a lap down. That's Soph there, getting out of the way for Mark Bowe. There's Horatio in 5th. Aiden Black trying to hold off Andrew Pittsmith right now. RaKiMaJe into 8th place. 5 of him. Iron Wolf there in that points playing position. Jacko looking to the inside, looking to Cops corner. Is he going to get that one done? No, he's not. Tucks in behind Iron Wolf for the time being. And look, coming up towards Maggots, can't get it done. Setzman there in 12th. So funny in 13th place right now. Mr. Exotic, Polish My Balls, King of 69, and Paul Codd, the last runners here in this race. But Bennett closing up onto the back of Gino a little bit. He won't get DRS until lap 25. So he's gonna, if he wants to get it done before then, he's gonna have to get it done by sheer grunt. But if not, he will have the final 2 laps to try and come back at Gino here. But the big thing that Bennett's got going for him here is that he's got fresh softs on, and he's up the inside into Club, and he's got it done there on Gino. So Bennett LCSC up into the lead of the race. Gino went a little bit wide, coming through Club and coming through Vale and Club, and now Bennett LCSC once again with the lead of this race. Gino's gamble to stay out on the mediums and opt for track position has not paid off at all, and Philby within 3/10 of Gino trying to get this done. These two pretty much bumper to bumper as they're coming out of Aintree and the loop out onto the Wellington Straight. Philby a little bit too far back to get anything done with Gino coming into Brooklands for the time being. Philby though looking to the inside here, trying to get it done here with Gino, as the timing boards for some reason telling us that Setzman and Viper are 1 and 2. They're definitely not, guys, but Gino is trying to hold Philby off here. Philby's going to go for the for the cutback, coming up towards Maggots, but Philby's got a little bit loose. Oh no, he's off. Philby's onto the gravel there. Gino able to continue on his way. What's Philby lost out here? He's lost out to Mark Bowe. He's lost out to Horatio, Aiden Black, RaKiMaJe, Andrew Pittsmith, Iron Wolf. Philby down to 10th place. Jacko's into 9th. That has gone horribly wrong there for Philby. A very uncharacteristic error there from Mr. Consistent. He's down to 10th place here. He's had a great run of podiums in the last few races, but it's all gone horribly wrong there. And one of his big championship rivals, Bennett LCFC, out there leading the race ahead of Gino LeBron. This has not gone to plan at all for Philby, but Bennett and Gino still going at it here. 4/10 between these two. 3 laps left to go. DRS not enabled this lap. It will be on the next one. So, oh no, hold on. No, it will be open. Yeah, no, DRS will be enabled this lap. Sorry, I do apologise. It would be this lap, but Gino not close enough there, coming through down the Wellington Straight, still having to tuck in behind Bennett at the moment. But these two pretty much joined at the hip here, coming down the old pit straight. They're well clear of anybody else. Mark Bowe next best, currently in 3rd place right now. Mark Bowe went long into that first stint on the hard tyres, managed to make it work, and it's looking like he'll be able to take a podium for his troubles. Mr. Exotic's picked up a 5-second penalty for ignoring blue flags, so he's obviously not been entirely courteous to the leaders as they were coming through. But here is your man in the lead. Bennett LCFC has got 8/10 back to Gino. No, they won't have DRS. They don't have DRS until next lap. I was right the first time. But up towards Stoke Corner they come. Gino's still a little bit too far back to get the move done here on Bennett, still tucking in behind. Goes a little bit wide there, coming out of Stowe. Up towards Vale they come. Now, just about to start their penultimate lap of this race. Gino will be able to use DRS on Bennett to try and come back at him over these last couple of laps, but Bennett on those fresh soft tyres compared to Gino on those worn mediums, I don't think that Gino's going to have any answer to him. He's going to need to push like crazy in these last couple of laps if he's to have any chance coming back at him. RaKiMaJe is up into 6th place. He's got ahead of Andrew Pipsmith. Andrew Pipsmith not too far off of him. These two both closing in a little bit on Aidan Black. In fact, they're now right up his chuff here. Village as RaKiMaJe closes slams the door there on Andrew. But RaKiMaJe trying to get this done on Aidan at the moment. As the timing board once again just deciding who's in what order at the moment. So these two, the leaders here, Bennett, LCFC and Gino still going at it. But Bennett has now got a 2.5 seconds of a gap ahead of Gino and looks like he'll be able to bring this one home to take another win here. Bennett LCFC took 2 wins in a row before tonight. Obviously one at Paul Ricard for the French Grand Prix last Sunday. Then followed that up with another win in Austria at the Red Bull Ring. He looks set to take his 3rd win in a row here at Silverstone if he can just get it around this last lap here. Coming into Vale, about to start the final lap. Gino fought him hard, but Bennett's gambled to put the softs on. He ended up coming out 2nd place in the safety car queue, which worked out really nicely for him. He was all over the back of Gino on the restart, and it looks like that's paid off big time for him as he's going to be able to take the win. But Gino still running in. Hold on. Has Gino run out of fuel? I don't know what's happened here to Gino. I think he might have run out of fuel, you know. As there is a tyre laid in the middle of the track coming through the loop, so I don't know what's going on there. But Bennett is now miles ahead of Gino, and the timing board not really giving us any indication of what's going on here. But Gino, I think, is cruising round on the last lap. I thought he was, but it says he's on lap 25. So really, I don't know what's going on here. But Bennett LCFC did the fastest lap on the last lap. Gino is now a long way behind Bennett, and where is everybody else in relation to him? As Mark Bowes lost his front wing. No, he hasn't. He's still going, but I know he has lost his front wing. So Mark Bowes without a front wing. Bennett, we believe, still leading the race. He's coming through the final half a lap now. Bennett LCFC is going to be, really good performance from him, to be honest with you. For a change, actually managed to start on pole position, so he did the business in the qualifying session up towards Stowe Corner. Bennett LCFC comes. He's got just a couple of corners left to go in the Red Bull. This will be important for his championship. The last 3 races have gone pretty much been a dream for him. As Bennett comes over the line to complete the race, but it says that Gino's the winner. It doesn't look like the winner to me, though. I think pretty sure that Bennett's the winner. Because I'm pretty sure that I really don't know what's going on here. So Gino's the winner. I don't know. How's this happened? Right, well, congratulations to Gino LeBron. He's won the race. I think my lap counter may have messed up there. I really don't know what's happened. That is bizarre. I really do not know what's happened there. I thought that Bennett won the race, but apparently not. So Gino LeBron classified as your race winner. And I can't get my head around what's just happened there. So Gino is your race winner. Bennett second. Aidan Black completes the podium. I don't know what happened on that last lap there, though. I truly have no idea what's just happened. I am completely mystified. As far as I had it, Bennett was coming over the line to win the race, but yet Gino somehow is the winner, despite finishing behind him and despite having the same amount of penalties. So I don't know. This one's going to rumble on for a little while. I don't know. Let's have a look at the Discord and see if there's any indication of what's happened here. See if we can get an idea of what's going on. So it's down to a safety car glitch we're hearing. That's the reason why this has happened. So we'll be able to confirm to you on Wednesday night what the result was. At the moment, we're not 100%. So yeah, hold fire on this one, ladies and gentlemen, because we have absolutely no idea what the race result is. So yeah, thanks for everybody for joining us. Great race there. Really, really exciting battle between those two for the lead. It's a shame that we don't know who won, but I'm sure the stewards will get to the bottom of it. Thank you ever so much, guys, for watching. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the Motive Racing channel if you want to see more action like this. If you want to get involved in the on-track action, if you want to be a part of what's going on, then go to the description and click the Discord link to get involved in this community. If you want to get involved in some Friday Formula 1 action, then go to the link below that, motiveracing.com. But from us, it's a big thank you. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great day, and see you.